It's a crime of opportunity running rampant in the United States.
A recent Carfax report found at least 153,000 catalytic converter thefts in 2022, but the number could be higher because many victims often don't file an insurance claim.
Reporter Heather Graff examines the rise in catalytic converter thefts and the steps lawmakers are taking to combat this crime.
Clocked out at 5 to go home, started the truck. It was really loud. I climbed under there and the catalytic converter was gone.
Muncie Cerelia's catalytic converter theft was caught on camera. Thieves in this white BMW SUV drove into his work parking lot in North Las Vegas, swiped the part, and were gone in a matter of minutes.
You'll hear it pull in, and then they'll come in and be like, "Oh, I started my car this morning and it's really loud." I don't know why it's really loud.
Mechanic Connor Schmidt says vehicles missing a catalytic converter make a very distinctive, loud noise like this. Mandated in the U.S. since 1975, catalytic converters neutralize harmful gases in the engine's exhaust that contribute to air pollution. The precious metals used to clean those fumes, namely platinum, palladium, and rhodium, are what thieves want. And the National Insurance Crime Bureau says metal recyclers will pay between $50 to $250 for a converter and up to $800 for one removed from a hybrid vehicle. At the same time, experts say repairs can be tedious and costly for car owners, and insurance may not cover it.
Those catalytic converters can be anywhere from $500 to $2,000.
Now there's a bipartisan effort underway on Capitol Hill to try to combat catalytic converter thefts across the country. The Preventing Auto Recycling Thefts, or PART Act of 2023, was introduced by Ohio Senator J.D. Vance and Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar.
So this is a incredibly, maybe bizarre, but concerning crime.
Senator Klobuchar, who's also a former prosecutor, says converter thefts are not a haphazard crime.
Many of these have been rings of people that steal it. They don't just steal one catalytic converter and see, oh, where can I sell this? No, these are crime rings.
One big issue for law enforcement is that catalytic converter thefts are hard to track. So, Klobuchar says the PART Act would require car makers to stamp a vehicle identification number on converters for new vehicles, making it easier to prove the part is stolen. It would also create a grant program through which car owners can get traceable VIN numbers stamped on existing vehicles. And finally, the legislation would make catalytic converter thefts a federal criminal offense, with harsher consequences for thieves.
Why do you think it's important to put this in place at the federal level?
It's such an interstate crime, we know this. But if there's never a consequence, and if there is one, it's just a slap, well, that's not going to work. So it's got to be something more major, and that's why upping the penalties to a federal crime is a good idea.
A companion bill to the PART Act is making its way through the U.S. House of Representatives. In the meantime, the National Insurance Crime Bureau says bills have been introduced in dozens of state legislatures and localities to combat catalytic converter theft, and several have already become law. For example, in North Las Vegas, it's illegal to possess a catalytic converter that was removed from a car, meaning recyclers who purchase stolen parts face criminal charges along with thieves.